When we're born into this world, we don't really get a say. Little boys and little girls handed the brand new families. There comes a time in life when we finally get to choose, and I choose you. I choose you.
I first met Caitlin when, well, supposedly we were in Mr. Mark's PE class in high school.
First period PE, and we were waiting in the gym for class to start, and I was talking with a friend next to me.
And I was in the middle of PE class inviting some of my middle school friends, and she was sitting there listening in and
was nice enough, or I guess courteous enough, to invite me also, probably just because I was standing there.
I was just like, yeah, you want to come too? You can come if you want. And she ended up showing up. And I remember I was like, oh, whoa, this girl came. Kind of on a sympathy invite, but cool. Glad she's here.
I remember him being very outgoing, and clearly he was social. Clearly he was a nice person, kind enough to invite someone he just met. And he obviously loved to entertain. And so I remember having a good first impression of him.
I remember riding quads, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we rode quads and go-karts. I had the go-kart at the time, the green go-kart. Michelle Judd is actually just a longtime friend that I've known since I was 3 or 4. And we always just joked around how we were gonna box, and then we decided to box and got everyone together and boxed for fun. Yeah, I did fight a girl for entertainment.
After that party, we ended up hanging out with a lot of mutual friends. We ended up in the same friend group often.
Got to know each other better, and we had the same path to class. So we always just walked together to the same class. Our classes were across from each other, that's right. She was in this portable next door while I was in the mechanics shop, and we always just walked to class the entire year. We walked to class together, and so then we just got closer and closer and closer and started hanging out more and more.
Some physical things I love about Austin. One is his smell. It might sound super weird, but his natural smell is like the best smell. Like, his cologne smells good too, yes, of course, but even without cologne, he knows that I love his natural smell. And it's funny because I'll be sitting there kissing his cheek, and he knows that sometimes I'm probably just smelling his cheek.
I think she smells really good. I too have always been attracted to her smell and scent. The same as her. I love the way she smells, and I love the way her breath smells, which can be a little weird.
Yeah, he's definitely handsome, that's for sure. But what I love about Austin's personality and his character are, I mean, he's very social, he's loving, he's outgoing, like I said. But one of my all-time number one thing that I love about him is that he's progressive. And he is always wanting to improve and be better, whether it's at woodwork and building things, or if it's at our relationship or his relationship with Heavenly Father, and maybe with his calling. He's always wanting to improve and be better. And that's how I know that we will be able to get through anything, because he has that progressive mindset.
Some of the greatest things about Caitlin would definitely be her service. She loves to do service for others, and she loves to help others in any way that she can, and she loves to have a good time. She'll always invite everyone to anything, and I know even sometimes I can find that kind of awkward because I'm like, well, I don't really know that guy very well. That could be a little weird. And she's like, it'll be fine. So she's very, very outgoing. I've always been very, very attracted to Caitlin. Even in high school when we were both weird and had braces, and you know, she would always cover her mouth when she laughed really hard because she was embarrassed of her smile. She's always had a great sense of style. She's always loved to dress up and dress for the occasion, which I've always found was to be admirable, because we'll go to a nice restaurant and she looks nice and the restaurant's nice and I don't look nice.
And one thing that I am grateful for is that he keeps the temple a priority. We made it a goal up at school to go to the temple a couple times a week, and I remember even him being willing to go work with me in the temple at 5 a.m. on a Saturday before we went out snowboarding. And I just love that combination, that he's willing to keep the temple as a priority even though all he wants to do is go snowboarding all day.
Her testimony is so strong. She teaches me about the gospel sometimes that she's learned. And I love how we can teach each other about the gospel.
I choose you. I choose you to be by my side. I choose you. Now hold me at night. It's the biggest decision I'm about to get right. I choose you. I choose you.
Our first kiss was the cutest first kiss I've ever had.
So our first kiss was at a Sweet 16. It was prom night for the older people. We were sophomores. So we all showed up in our bathing suits.
The Sweet 16 and prom on the same night, and they were both must-attend events. And I figured it out. I planned it out. I got ready for prom as normal, and then I showed up at the Sweet 16 birthday party a little bit early so I could change out of my prom dress and put on normal clothes so I wouldn't like distract from the birthday party or anything. There was dancing and a DJ in the garage and then swimming out back. And so we danced, and of course I danced with Austin, and it was sooner than I thought time to leave. And my prom date actually was waiting outside to pick me up.
And we had been flirting and talking all year. And so she probably says that I requested a slow dance. I don't remember that, but it sounds like something I would do.
I told one of my friends to go get Austin to walk me to the front door just to say bye. And instead, Austin came over and he pulled me back into the garage and had already had the DJ ready to play a slow song. He's in his swim trunks and I'm in a prom dress. And I remember thinking, wow, he's dancing really close to me. Looking back in the pictures, I almost have a double chin because I'm backing up so far because he was so close to me. I had no idea, no thought that, oh, he might be trying to kiss me. And sure enough, he kissed me and I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense why he was so close.
And we were just caught in our own little moment. And it was nice. It was nice. And so then I remember what she says. She's like, whoa, he kissed me. And I remember specifically, she kissed me.
And then he walked me to the front door and I went off to prom, not even thinking about my date, just thinking about Austin. And yeah, he did good. He planned it and organized it, and it was the typical romantic, perfect Austin.
My game plan all along was to give her a taste of my pheromones and then she would be hooked.
After hanging out all summer and spending so much time together, we went back up to school and we were still spending a lot of time together. But I was prepared to you know, go off and continue dating around, and dating is like the thing to do up there, so dating lots of people. And then Austin and I finally decided, okay, we should talk about this and see where we're at and make sure we're on the same page. We're both going to go date other people.
I know I had talked to my mom right after my mission about dating her, but I had figured that I wanted to date around still and to see, and I'm glad I did. To be honest, I'm glad I did. I learned a lot. I learned that I have never gotten over her. I've never fully moved on. She's always kind of been in the back of my mind. And so we always both kind of knew that, which is why we always held off on dating each other a little bit.
When we talked, we decided, okay, maybe we don't want that. And maybe we do want to just date each other. And we knew it was a big decision because all these years we've always discussed, if we officially dated and officially became boyfriend and girlfriend, we'd probably end up getting married. And we've said that for years. And so just becoming the typical boyfriend-girlfriend, we knew was a big deal. And so when we had that discussion, I remember looking at Austin and I said, okay, so are we gonna do this? And not ready for this answer, he said, okay, yeah, let's do this. And I remember being so shocked, like, wait a second. Wait, okay, so we are doing this. Oh, we're actually doing this. And I could tell we were both nervous. After being officially boyfriend and girlfriend for a couple weeks, we called his parents and a few of our friends, and it was almost as if we were announcing that we were engaged because we would just call them and say, like I would say, oh, I want you to meet my new boyfriend. And then we were FaceTiming, so then I would turn the camera on to Austin and they would just freak out and go ballistic and like so surprised. And they all said, it's about time. And it was the excitement as if we got engaged. So that was cute, that was funny.
So when we finally did, we dated. It was my condition that we had a dating phase, a time to just date like normal, even though we didn't need to, and we already knew everything about each other. But that was my condition, and so that lasted about 2 weeks until I said, I love you, and I think you're the one. And that translated into, to me, that was just, I love you. And I remember specifically, she was like, all right, well, I guess we're getting married. And I was like, whoa, okay.
And I remember Mark and Vicky, Austin's parents, being the same way. I remember Vicky saying something like, okay, are we gonna do this? Because I have to do things for the wedding and start planning things. And Mark is in the background on the phone, don't push them. And we all knew where it was going, but we didn't want to, I guess, push our luck. And so it was perfect timing, it was good. It turned out exactly how we wanted.
She is notorious for ruining her own surprises. So I purposely put a surprise in a surprise, hopefully in another surprise, because she always ruins them.
The whole week felt like we had a paparazzi following us around. There was, wherever we went, it didn't have to be anywhere special, but wherever we went, there was somebody taking pictures of us. Christmas Eve, and his family was having their family Christmas party that evening. They each do something different for the program. You know, one family will play a game, another family will sing, another family will dance. It's something different each time. And I remember when it came around to the Mark and Vicky family, Austin's family, his mom, Vicky, announced, typically we have Michaela play the piano every year, but this year we decided to pass it off to Austin. And I remember thinking, Austin, what, like, not that he doesn't have any talent, but is he just gonna like snowboard on in here? And I was just trying to think of like what he could possibly do for the program.
And it was a video that I had made and edited and recorded, and I had gathered pictures from our entire relationship, sophomore year, freshman year, graduation. There's some notorious pictures of us at Subway.
Pictures of us throughout high school, throughout the years, and then came a picture that was taken that week by the paparazzi. And little did I know, in each of these pictures, he was standing next to me or behind me, holding a little sign that said, "Marry me." And so that first picture popped up and everyone was obviously shocked, and we all knew what was happening by then. And the video continued, and I remember the last picture in the video was of him kneeling down in front of the fireplace, which was behind me.
And she turns around and there I am with the ring. And I don't remember, I think I blanked pretty hard when it actually happened, because I don't remember asking and I don't remember her responding.
And he said, "Caitlin Alyssa Taylor, will you marry me?" And I said, "Of course." And everyone cheered.
But I just remember I got up and gave her flowers and everything was happy, so I figured it worked.
Austin, I am so excited to marry you. And I'm so excited that we can spend this life together and be together forever. And I'm excited to raise a family with you and see how you play with our children. And I'm grateful for the man that you are, and for all that you do for me. I'm grateful for all of your hard work. I love you.
Caitlin, I am so excited to marry you. I'm excited to spend the rest of my life with you. I am excited to go on vacations with you, to travel with you. I am so excited to start a family with you and go to the temple. I'm so grateful for the temple and for the blessings that it brings, for giving us an eternal marriage even after this life, even after I'll probably die earlier than you, so that's good. Another reason I'm grateful for the temple marriage is I know I can still be married to you even after this life. I'm so grateful for the example that you give to me in attending the temple. I'm so grateful for my parents and the example that they've given me and us in their relationship and working together and to supporting one another. And I look forward to supporting you and providing for you and our family for the rest of my life.
I choose you.